שנכנס אדר, מי שנכנס אדר, מי שנכנס אדר, מי שנכנס אדר, מי שנכנס מרבים בשמחה, מי שנכנס אדר, 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 מרבים בשמחה, מי שנכנס אדר, 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 מרבים בשמחה, מי שנכנס אדר, מי שנכנס אדר, מי שנכנס אדר, מי שנכנס אדר, מי שנכנס אדר,
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to all of you. It's wonderful to see you. It's great to see so many of you. Those who are joining us from home, those who are joining us here Feels a little weird because it's the first Shabbat with a new clock. I don't know. I don't understand the fight that is going on in this country right now about the daylight saving. But it feels like it's the middle of the day still. And I find it always really hard to bring Shabbat when it's, it's still the middle of the day in a way. But at the same time, that's the practice of Kabbalat Shabbat. What Kabbalat Shabbat invites us is to do that transition. I also find it hard when we do Kabbalat Shabbat and it's been Shabbat for 4 hours already, right? But that's what Kabbalat Shabbat is. Kabbalat Shabbat is an invitation to transition from the week, whatever the week was, if it was a busy week, a hard week, a good week, a week with holidays, a boring week, whatever it was, but it helped us to put the week aside and move into Shabbat as a gift. And there's an order to Kabbalat Shabbat. There's always an order to Kabbalat Shabbat. 6 Psalms for each day that take us to Mizmor Shir LeYom HaShabbat, to the moment of saying this is Shabbat, and we express the gratitude for Shabbat and Lecha Dodi and welcoming Shabbat. But the holiday that just ended yesterday, though in Jerusalem it was today, is a holiday that teaches that sometimes things are upside down. We one order, right? That's going to be about Pesach, a Seder, an order from beginning to end. Page 2 comes after page 1, page 3 comes after page 2, etc., etc. And Purim comes and teaches things sometimes are not in order. And we want to linger in that teaching just for one more day because it's still Hadar. We want to linger in that teaching, and if you looked at your Kabbalat Shabbat, you are going to say, this is wrong. Noah printed wrong the order of the Psalms on Kabbalat Shabbat. Noah, what happened? We want to linger in the teaching that sometimes things are upside down and we embrace them that way. We sit with them with humility and we learn from them. And we're going to do Kabbalat Shabbat upside down today. Now, I can't do what my friend, the president of Hebrew College, does on Purim, which is she really goes upside down, if you've ever seen Rabbi Sharon Konanis felt. But we're going to sing upside down. We are going to start with the Psalm of Shabbat, and then Lecha Dodi, and then move forward. Like really, we're doing it the other way around. This is why TVZ is a non-denominational show, because we do these things. Now we are going to start lighting candles. That will stay in order. So I invite you to rise as you are able. If you are able, if you are at home, if you have your candles with you. I invite you to join me on the blessings, and in this moment of candle lighting, to take a moment to sit with the upside down of your life. What is in the right place, what is in the wrong place, that is in the wrong place probably is in the right place. Just hold it, embrace it, take it for a minute. Take a moment to embrace what Purim comes to teach us and that we want to hold for one day more. Holy One of blessing,
Holy One of blessing,
your presence fills creation.
Your presence fills creation. Oh, your presence fills creation.
Holy One of blessing,
Holy One of blessing, your presence fills creation. Your presence fills creation. Oh, your presence fills creation.
we take 3 times from the the Shabbat candles, and we say the blessing together. Baruch
Baruch
atah
atah
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Eloheinu melech haolam, Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'adlik ner,
le'adlik ner,
shel Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I want to
Shabbat
take a
Shalom.
moment just to say a word about COVID guidelines at TBZ right now. As you know, we have moved to, at this moment, a mask optional, vaccines are not. That's our guidelines, our protocols at TBZ. But it's not only that masks are optionals, but we're hoping, we're really working hard to create a safe place for everybody to make their choices and feel right with them, which means if you're wearing a mask, you don't have to explain why you're wearing a mask. And if you're not wearing a mask, you don't have to explain why you're not wearing a mask. And if you're wearing a mask today but not tomorrow, it's your choice. This is a place where you get to choose your, what you are doing in this moment, following our guidelines. I'm going to be wearing a mask when I hug you, but I'm not going to wear a mask when I'm sitting, for example. And that's the choice I'm making today. So I invite you to make your choices, but not only for you to be respectful of people's choices, and hopefully together we can create an environment that is not judgmental of this moment that we're living together. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Tov leodot Adonai ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Tov leodot Adonai ulezamer
Yeah, we're moving to Lechadodi. How did that happen? Oh, so weird, so strange. It's in the other page, in the blue one.
We're going backwards today in case you came in late.
Yeah.
You didn't miss the whole thing.
Yeah, we didn't even do it this fast. Don't worry, we could never do it fast. This fast.
Chadodi, likat kala, penei Shabbat, nekavela. Lechadodi, likat kala, penei Shabbat. Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Now it starts.
All right, now we start the transition from the week to Shabbat. Even though Shabbat is already here, that's what it's upside down, right? Shabbat arrived early. We have not arrived yet. So now we get to arrive and meet Shabbat. We are on a back to either purple or orange. Pink.
Yachid Ge.
Yachid Ge. So this transition now to Kabbalat Shabbat, right? Now to the Psalms that help us move from the week to Shabbat in this upside down way that we're doing it in honor of Purim and the end of Purim. Invites me, at least I feeling this week was like a totally upside down week. Not only because Purim was in the middle, but because there were days full of joy, and there were days that were, I can't use the word that I would like to use about those days. Really difficult. And I'm holding joy and excitement because next week my daughter's bat mitzvah. And I'm holding anxiety and nervousness because my little kid has a cold. She tested negative, but it's very anxious provoking. And I'm holding long days and meetings, some very difficult meetings, and some moments of joy and welcoming people in our community, and being with people and teaching Torah. Great story at the Eat, Pray, and Learn this week. Right, Jerry? It's good. And the one thing in common for all of those feelings, the difficult and the beautiful, I'm exhausted, by the way. I am exhausted. Is my intention to find God's voice in everything. That's what I try to ask myself, sometimes mindfully, and sometimes I have to remind myself that that's what I want to do. Where do I find God's voice? How can I find God's voice in the difficult moments of this week? And how can I find God's voice? Maybe God sounds like these motorized people that are driving. It's a motorcycle. There's a motorcycle for the people at home, like big motorcycle driving by Beacon Street. Louder than me, and that's difficult. That's it, they left. How can I find God's voice in the difficulties, in the joys, in the moments that I don't feel anything, in the simple moments? And we're about to sing Kol Adonai Halamayim. God's voice is in the water. Kol Adonai Almayim Rabim. Kol Adonai Bakoach. God, it is in strength. Kol is in Behadar. Kol is in majesty. God's voice is in majesty. So that's my invitation. That's my invitation to find God's voice in every moment in our lives. And we rise for this one because it's upside down.
Adonai, Almayim, Rabim. Romemu, Romemu, Romemu. Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, Romemu, Romemu. Adonai Eloheinu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. Ki kadosh kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
Zambru first.
Oh, sorry. One more.
So confusing that when is what before which song. You know what is confusing me the most, Noah? I'm looking at the clock all the time. It's like we should be like every time. It's like we are late. We are early. We're so early. But it's because we are upside down. We are here. Zamrula Adonai. That's where we are.
Zamru Adonai Bechino Bechino Bekol Zimra Zamru
Adonai Bechinor Bechinor Bekol Zimra Zamru
Zamru Adonai Bechino Bechino Bekol Zimra
Zamru Adonai Bechinor Bechinor Bekol Zimra Zamru Adonai Bechinor Invite now Alana from Kavod to give us an aliyah. And a kavanah. Really upside down here.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Alana. This week, I volunteered at the Prison Books program in Quincy. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a really cool place. I spent 3 hours there alphabetizing 800 handwritten letters from incarcerated people across the country. 800 individual requests for books, connection, hope, and that was just from the month of January. I started volunteering there because someone I love was recently incarcerated. Over the past months, the call for abolition has become no longer just an abstract ideal, but a deep and pressing need. An affirmation to my loved one that I have not forgotten about him in his captivity, and for all the ways I feel overwhelmed and disempowered in the face of the carceral system, helping process and pack books felt like a loving action I could take to honor him and all the other precious lives that are reaching out to us on the outside. So when I think of this next line we're about to sing, Shama vatismach Tzion, vatagelna benot Yehuda, Zion will hear and will be glad, and the daughters of Judah will rejoice. I imagine receiving a world where our loved ones are no longer held in captivity. They are free and safe, given the resources they need to live healthy and whole lives. I find the future tense of this prayer so fascinating. Zion will hear and be glad. The daughters of Judah will rejoice. This prayer invokes the future, looks towards a time that is always arriving, not yet arrived. There's the sense that we can and must live out the world we want to see before it arrives. The world we envision may not yet be here, but we can take steps to cultivate liberation within ourselves, our loving relationships, and in the ways we move through the world. We have to practice. We have to live like the world we're dreaming of has already arrived, and in doing so, we bring it forth. In the words of Arundhati Roy, another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. The worlds we dream of are possible. They are on their way. Zion will hear and will be glad, and the daughters of Judah will rejoice. If we are quiet enough, we can hear them already. Imagine for a moment, the world is as it should be. Abolition is realized. Our loved ones are no longer chained. We are whole and dancing in joy and gladness, praising our God who frees the captive. My favorite abolitionist organizer, Miriam Kaba, says hope is a discipline. And it feels so good to be disciplined in our hopefulness for this world, because I know one day, after all of our collective hard work, liberation will come, Zion will hear and will be glad, and all of us will rejoice. And with that intention, I invite you to envision this world as it should be, and to praise God that the splendor of these collective freedoms is possible.
Wow, Shabbat Shalom. Wow.
Shamea vatismach, Shamea vatismach, Tzion. Ya'alo Sadai Bechol asher bo Ya'alo Sadai Ay, 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 Ya'alo Sadai Bechol asher bo Ya'alo Sadai Ay, 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 ay. אז יעלו כל עצי הער, אז ירננו כל עצי הער, אז ירננו כל עצי הער, אז ירננו כל עצי הער, יעלו Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So we gather this week just a few moments after Purim and Shushan Purim. And Purim, like the holiday that it shares its name with, Yom Kippurim, reminds us that life is fragile and that our circumstances can change on a dime. Purim is an intentional time to acknowledge that sometimes the world can feel upside down, that the powerful can abuse their power and use it to harm others, that the world's just messy and unpredictable. And through the practices of Purim, our tradition teaches us to respond to that ever-present unknown by coming together for celebration. We embrace the absurdity through silliness and through life-affirming joy. We emerge from the narrowness of winter with a bang, breaking free of all those coats, breaking free of the usual boundaries and the inhibitions, and just letting our souls fly. That's Purim. That's Yom Kippur here also at TVZ, if you've ever been here. Our tradition tells us on Purim, you face the absurdity, and what do? You give gifts. You give gifts. Gifts to those we see around us in need, to our neighbors, to anyone to whom we feel proximate. I realize that this is really also the spirit of Nariya, to come together each and every month with whatever's going on in the world and within each of our inner worlds. The ups and the downs, the twists and the turns, and just celebrate Shabbat. To sing, to pray, and to be together. And we bring those twists and turns into our prayer. We bring our whole selves in. This week we embrace this topsy-turviness of our world by doing Kabbalat Shabbat backwards. If you hadn't caught on to that yet, we're doing it backwards. We began with the psalm for Shabbat and the Charedi, and soon we're going to close Kabbalat Shabbat with Higal Lina from Yedi Nefesh. But here we are at Psalm 95. This verse, the text of which has become kind of our theme song, also shares a similar message. Nikadma fanav betodah. We come before God's face with gratitude. Bizmirot Nariya lo. With songs, we do this Nariya thing, right? We make a great noise. Lo, to him, to God, to them. And our tradition, though, coming before God's face is an act of great consequence, right? And can be a moment of fear and uncertainty, like God's face, like, whoa, I don't know. But this verse says, don't let fear keep you away from God. Don't let fear keep you away from God. Come. Come with gratitude. Come make a joyful noise. Nekadma fanav betodah bizmirot Nariya lo. Nekadma fanav betodah. Nekadma fanav betodah. Nekadma fanav betodah. Bizmirot Nariya lo.
We turn now to Mariv. See, Wilhelmina and Larry are passing Sidurim for people. I'll be announcing pages, different pages for the Sidur for those at home and for those here. Mariv, we're going to do it in the right order. That is the boundary of my unorthodoxy. So if you're able to rise, please do so for Baruch. Here at TBZ is on page 50, at home is page 19. Baruch et Adonai המבורך.
Baruch Adonai Amvorach Leolam
Baruch
Vaed.
Adonai המבורך לעולם ועד. You may be seated. Baruch אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך עולם. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך תורה מצוות כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו ובהם נגד יומם בלילה באהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך וכל נפשך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. The blessing of Geulah, of redemption, here at TBZ is on page 60. At home is page 25. ומלכותו ורצון קיבלו עליהם מרים ובני ישראל לחנו שירה ושמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף למלכותך רוב בניך בוקעים לפני משה זה ליהנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כיפת אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. Let's pray for peace together. Help us, O God, to lie down in peace and awaken us to life on the morrow. May we always be guided by your counsel and thus find shelter in your tabernacle of peace. Shield us, we pray, against our foes, against disease, destruction, and sorrow. Strengthen us against the forces of evil which abound on every side. May we always sense your loving care, for you are our merciful God and sovereign. Guard us always and everywhere. Bless us with life and peace. Praise to you, O God of peace, whose love is always with us, who shelter your people in Israel, protect Jerusalem, the whole world in love. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים ועל כל העולם. We rise as you are able, if you are able, 64 here, 27 at home. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. איי 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 ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. We have a practice activity on Friday nights, usually not on Nariya, but why not to bring it to Nariya too, to invite people to actually find a different place where to stand during the Amidah. We have two beautiful faith quilts that our community made many years ago that symbolize two different things. On my right, the blue one is chesed, is loving kindness. And on the left is gvura, strength, boundaries. And the balance between both of them is tiferet, is beauty. So do you need a little more strength, chesed, this week? Do you need a little more loving kindness in your life? Do you need a little more strength, more boundaries? Do you need to find the balance between those two? So if you would like to move to a place directing your heart or your body to the faith quilts, you're invited to find a different place to stand, and at home also to direct your hearts to that place where you are at this moment. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ולמד דברי חירותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בגלה, ושמי רבה מברך, לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך, יתברך, וישתבח, ויתפאר, ויתרומם, ויתנשא, ויתהדר, ויתעלה, ויתעלל שמד הקדושה,
בריחו
לילה מן כל ברכתה, ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירם בעלמא ואמרו.
Amen.
Yamida silently. Here, TBZ, page 69 to 76. At home is page 29 to 39. Olam chesed yibaneh, Ararai, ay, ay, ararai, ay. 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 I will build this world from love. Ararai, ay, ay, ararai, ay. And you must build this world from love. Ararai, ay, ay, ararai, ay, ay. And if we build this world from love, ararai, ay, ay, ararai, ay. Then God
הכל לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו עם גויי ארצות, ולא שמנו משפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו עמהם, וגורלנו עם כל עמונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
You may be seated. We commemorate this week the yahrzeit of Robert Bach, Edward Cohen, Mary Friedler, Gershon Harry Greenberg, Lazarus Leshinsky, Nettie Lee Lesser, David Miller, Sidney Morgan Besser, Miriam Sander, Minnie Silverman, Ruth Levin Starr, Elizabeth Stein, Paul Steinberg, Marsha Tumarkin, Esther Wade, Rosa Winter, David Wiesel, and Ike Wolf. If there are other names that I did not mention you would like to add that you are in mourning? Is there names in the chat of people who would like to add any names? If you are mourning or commemorating a yahrzeit or your custom is to rise for the mourner's Kaddish, please do so, Kaddish Yatom. It is on page 124 here and 48 at home. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
אמן.
ועלמה דברה חירותה, וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירם בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יש לה מערב אמין שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, על כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So it's a very special Shabbat. It is the Shabbat that we celebrate 100 years since the first bat mitzvah in North America.
Woo, 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 woo.
And Judy Kaplan was the first bat mitzvah 100 years ago in New York City. Huh?
She's a great Instagram account.
What did you say?
There's an Instagram account, JW.
Yeah, there's an Instagram account about Judy Kaplan first bat mitzvah. There's a whole thing going on around it. There's a whole thing going on, and we at TVZ are celebrating it. First of all, my kid is so happy to be the first at TVZ to be in the second century of this. She's like taking that very next week. But also at TVZ, we actually gather pictures of anyone. Jill, your picture of your bat mitzvah. That was cool. Pictures, we invited TVZ members to send their pictures of their bat mitzvah, and we got from 1959 until a couple of months ago, including mine in 1986 in Santiago, Chile. There is a little video of it that we sent today in the messages and yesterday, and it's on our Facebook and Instagram too. And it's very exciting to see how, some pictures of TBZers that on their bat mitzvah, which was very, very sweet to see. Very different hairstyle for many of them. And we are very blessed that one of our members is the CEO of the Jewish Women Archive, who is organizing, being part of this initiative of Celebrate, Dr. Judith Rosenbaum, and she will be speaking tomorrow at TVZ, telling us the story of this 100 years and the meaning for our days. So I invite you to join us either in person or on Zoom or YouTube. I shall be speaking just before Musaf, so we're very, very excited. And if you haven't seen that video, it's very, very sweet, and it's a great way to celebrate the voices of women really taking a place in the story of the Jewish people. So that's the first thing I wanted to announce. Again, there is a lot more going on at TBZ. This Sunday, we have a Jewish meditation retreat all day online, Sacred Poetry and Sacred Feeling, day-long meditation with Zokestu Norman Fisher. You can still sign online, so if you would like to join us for that, please do so. And the other thing I wanted to announce is that, where is it? Here it is. That on Thursday, we are co-sponsoring together with Temple of Shalom. It's an online event called About Man and God and Law, the Spiritual Wisdom of Bob Dylan, with Dr. Stephen Daniel Arnoff, who is coming to Boston for my daughter's bat mitzvah. So he's doing this event in Boston, and he wrote a book about Bob Dylan's spiritual wisdom. So it's online at 7 p.m., and all the information is in our messages, and our website is, if you're a Dylan person, it's not to be missed. So, and last but not least, our Climate Action Group has now signed up to be part of the Dayenu Circle, and we are very excited that we are now fully part of the Dayenu Circle, and we are going to be announcing our first action with Dayenu for April. So just know, when is?
Thursday, April 21st, 12 noon.
April 21st at 12 noon. We'll be sending more information, which reminds me that our next Nariya is in 2 weeks. So it will be confusing because in 4 weeks, you know what you're doing? Seder Pesach. 4 weeks, we are having Passover Seder Friday night, so we are not joining for Nariya, not working this year. So we moved Nariya of April 2 weeks earlier. So in 2 weeks, we'll see you again, and we will announce all the details of this action.
Then it won't be 6 weeks till after that. It'll be May 20th.
Then it will be 4 weeks.
Yeah.
6 weeks, whatever. It is all upside down, even when it's not Purim, right? All right, I'll announce one more thing, because this is the crowd that wants to know that. We are now working in the wonderful event called the Healing Power of Music, an evening with Batya Levin. That is going to be TBZ's spring fundraiser, which we are going to be honoring Dr. Catherine Gergen Barnett, Dr. Asaf Biton, Dr. Rebecca Weintraub, and all the frontline and essential workers in our community. And Batya Levin, Kavod person, will be singing, and I hope not only TBZers join us, but a lot of you who to this wonderful event with Batya. All right, now Aviva. Yay. Shabbat Shalom.
I'm Aviva. I'm a member of the spirituality team at Kavod. Kavod is a multi-ethnic, multi-racial community led by young Jews in Greater Boston, committed to each other and to building a liberated world for all people. And we're always so glad to be co-sponsoring Shabbat Nariya with TBZ. We like to always see if there's anybody who is here for the first time at Shabbat Nariya. Welcome. That's so wonderful. I'm just going to say a few of the things going on at Kavod in the next few weeks. There's door knocking coming up on April 2nd in the morning with the Housing Justice Team from 10:30 to 1:30 p.m. And everything I say is on our website, kavodboston.org, so you can look for those things there and find contact people. We're having a Rosh Chodesh gathering on Thursday. There's a wrong date happening here. Okay, on April 2nd, there's a Rosh Chodesh gathering from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Rosh Chodesh at Kavod is a gender-inclusive space that welcomes women, transgender, and gender nonconforming folks, and you can find contact information on the website. There's an upcoming meeting of our anti-Semitism and anti-racism curriculum team meeting. And we're going to be having Kavod Shabbat services in the morning with Avodat Lev and Kiddush on Shabbat, April 9th, at a location that's going to be TBD, probably in Jamaica Plain. So those are a few of the things going on. Do we have a correction?
Yeah, 2 corrections, actually, both to door knocking and to Rosh Chodesh. More information coming soon about both of those events. Not sure of the dates yet.
Okay,
Wonderful.
great. Okay. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. It's such an adar announcement today. I want to thank Wilhelmina and Larry for being our ushers today. Thank you so much. We're always looking for ushers at Nariya, both Kavod and TBZ, so let us know if you ever can do that. And I think that's it for now. It will be very helpful if you bring the song sheets outside and you separate them by color, and also your sidurim. Do not put them under the chair. We now put them in the back, and that will be helpful both for our ushers as well as our custodian Sunday that is coming later to set up back for Shabbat morning services. So let's say Kiddush. Everybody raise as you're able, and at home, if you have a Kiddush cup, please lift it up. Oh, Enid, I see you, and it was your picture in 1959 Bat Mitzvah. Amazing picture, beautiful picture. We love it. Yeah. Sabri Chavadai, Sabri Chavadai, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו באהבה ורצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת עם כל העמים בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. Baruch Atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen.
And big thank you to Michael Krause for being behind the scenes there. Woo! Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Oseh Shalom Imromav. Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu. Ove'al Kol Yisrael. Ove'al Kol Yoshvei Tzedek. Ve'imru, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.